All right, folks, I am back from break. Week 8 happened, nothing occurred, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can move on to week 9 here. And at long last, I finally give you an all NFC East matchup. I'm legally obligated to do it at least one for these playthroughs, considering how many people are fans of teams in that division, so why the heck not? And as fate would have it, we have the two best teams in the division currently duking it out in this version of the playthrough. Here in week 9, both teams are coming off byes, as is everybody else. So hopefully we're going to have ourselves a good one here. The matchup is a familiar one, and it should hopefully be an excitable one. As the Dallas Cowboys head out to Philadelphia to face the Eagles in another exciting round of Strat-O-Matic football! Yeah! Howdy, folks. Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to week 9 of our Strat-O-Matic football playthrough, where this week the 7-1 Dallas Cowboys take a trip to the city of brotherly love to face the 5-3 Eagles. Although for the Cowboys it won't be. We all know that. We all know how these NFC East things work. They all hate each other. Explainable. But yes, this is week 9, and in case you're wondering where week 8 went, I decided to take my bye week for that day. So everybody got a week to heal up. Of course, neither one of these teams had any injuries, so didn't really matter. But for some teams, it did. Case in point, one of the teams from week 7. But enough about them. We got ourselves an important NFC East game here. I mentioned Dallas has the 2-game lead on Philadelphia at the moment. But we all know these games can be quite crazy, especially with them being in the NFC East. So, good luck, Dallas. I would take nothing for granted here. Obviously, if the Eagles win, they pull within a game of the Cowboys for the NFC East lead and have some help in the tie-breaking department. So they need this one way more than Dallas does, but both teams will need it. Especially in Dallas's case, they give it a chance to pull away in the division. So that's where we stand for both of these teams. So with that being said, how about we recap the results from week 7? Yes, I know that was 2 weeks ago, but again, I skipped week 8 intentionally. So with that being said, how about we roll that beautiful footage from week 7, as well as week 8, maybe. And then, of course, I'm going to get set up. Alright, so I goofed during the intro apparently. Thinking we actually had played 8 games, I misspoke on the records. The Cowboys are actually 6-1, the Eagles are actually 4-3. Oops, my bad. Apparently I was also taking a bye week on week 8, which actually was the case. But we won't go over that. Minor oversight. I'll have a chit chat with our technical staff after we're done here. All right. Okay, enough about that. Anyways, we got everything set up here, so let's roll. Eagles and Cowboys. All right, Cowboys, of course. Oh, I'm going to have a chat with them about putting this upside down, too. How dare they? All right, there we go. All right. By the way, the Eagles are in green, which is appropriate for them, considering that's their colors, and the Cowboys will be in red. There we go. Now we're fine. And speaking of the Cowboys, they're going to call odds. Nope. And the Eagles say take the ball first. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay, there we go. And we are off from Philadelphia. Let's see what the opening kickoff is like here. Cowboys get it right at the 25 to start this game off. Simple enough. All right, we've seen the Cowboys before. Last time we saw them, they just destroyed Green Bay. Let's hopefully this doesn't end up in another blowout, but here's the starting lineup regardless, if you forgot. Michael Gallup is the split. They're going to bring Noah Brown in as the... You know what? I'm going to say Noah Brown is actually, because he's only got one way to go, Noah Brown will be the split. So Gallup gets to be the slot guy. We're going to start off with Zeke Elliott at running back. Dalton Schultz at tight end. We got CeeDee Lamb at the flanker. And, of course, Dak Prescott is the quarterback. Alrighty, we got everything set up, and I'm going to start off with a pass on 1st and 10 here. Let's get us going. 9 on a flat. To the receiver, we got Dalton Schultz. And we start off with an 11-yard gain, 1st down. Okay, excellent. So let me just throw in what I need to over on my stat sheet here. Okay, 1st and 10. We're running it, but the Eagles will stay put. And Zeke Elliott gets 3 yards on his first carry. Okay. 2nd and 7 here. Now the Eagles will move to their pass. 10 on a flat. Oof, that hurt. 26 yards. Ouch. Probably should have been a bit more cautious. We're going up to the 35. Okay, that's a 1st down, and that 26-yard gain goes to Noah Brown. Okay. And yes, if that name sounds familiar, that is the guy that caught the Hail Mary the other night game. Only for a different NFC East team. Funny how that works. All right, 1st and 10 here. Eagles are staying in the pass, so they'll see this coming. And Prescott's going to have to take off. We have a potential penalty. Prescott is going to gain 6 yards, maybe. Yeah, he is going to get those 6 yards because the play counts. Okay. So Prescott gets flushed out of the pocket and gets a 6-yard gain there. Okay, 2nd and 4 here. Eagles will continue to defend the pass as they miss this running play. 7, and Elliott's going to get 4. He's got the 1st. All righty. 1st and 10, and I think the Eagles are going to switch to the run, so they'll see this coming. Ruh-roh. Well, the fumble only applies if it's a 2. So this isn't too bad. Yeah, it's a loss of 1. Could have been worse, I suppose. All right. So Zeke Elliott loses a yard there. All right, we have 2nd down here. 6 on a flat. 7 if the Schultz if it holds. No, it won't. Number 7. Ah, dang it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on a minute. Yep, illegal procedure on the Cowboys. It's a 5-yard penalty. Boy, doesn't that sound familiar, all things considered. Oh, 2nd and 16. Been a lot of those lately. In our real timeline, that is. Oh, CeeDee Lamb, what are you doing? You're going the wrong way. He just lost 2 yards. Well, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be calling a wide receiver screen. How many times has that worked again? Oh, yeah. Hardly ever. All right. 3rd down and a whole lot. How about that? 18 to be exact. Oof, that's going to hurt. All right. So let's start with the non-injury stuff. It's an 11-yard gain for CeeDee Lamb. That's not anywhere close to a 1st down. In fact, they're about 7 yards short. So here we go. Lamb makes up for that botched screen. He does go out of bounds, but there is an injury rule to deal with for Philadelphia. Well, so much for them having a clean slate of health. That got ruined 4 minutes into the game. Wonderful. This is actually their first injury I'm rolling for. 4-3. So the middle linebacker is gone for this game and the next, so no more TJ Edwards for the Eagles. Ah, that stinks. So Edwards is done for this game and the next one. Speaking of being done, it's a 4th and 7 meanwhile, and I think I'm definitely going for the field goal. All right, Brett Maher will attempt this 39-yarder. Kick is up, and let's see, 13 for 22. It's no good! Oof! Doesn't that figure? Cowboys get a good drive, and then they can't get the points. What else is new? Eagles will take over at their own 22 as a result of that. Ugh. Dallas, what are you doing here? What are we doing? That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to make those. That was a chip shot field goal, kind of, but yeah, you missed that one. Come on. All right, Eagles get the respond now. Here's their starting lineup. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. A.J. Brown will come in as the split end. They're going to bring in Quez Watkins as their slot receiver. Miles Sanders is the running back. Dallas Goedert, LOL, is the tight end. And Devontae Smith is the flanker on this one. All right, 1st and 10. They're also going to start with a pass, too. Why not? So they get it at Dallas's 22. 4 on a short. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, roll 6 through a 10. That's a 6 through a 10, so it's an incomplete. Hurts was looking for Devontae Smith, and that was an interception roll, but it failed, thankfully. So that would have been funny if it had been an interception right off the bat. All right, 2nd down here. 4 on an off tackle. It was guessed wrong, so 6 for Miles Sanders it will be. All right, 3rd and 4. Oh, I meant to put it on pass. They were guessing pass on that last one. Oopsies. They'll guess pass on this one, too. All right, 3, and it's a short gain to A.J. Brown. 1st down. How about 14? All right, there we go. And we'll give Brown his 14 yards. Same with Hurts. All right, 1st and 10 here. Now we're defending the run. Okay, just so we're all clear on that. 5, 10, or 11. Let's start with that. No. Instead, it's a fumble! I believe Okay, good, and the Eagles do get it. Otherwise, that would have been returnable. Thankfully, it's not. So, yeah, if I roll an X on fumbles, the off defense automatically has a chance to return it. But thankfully, the offense Sanders recovered his own. Somebody recovered a fumble for Sanders, so no harm, no foul. But Dorrance Armstrong did force that fumble. So he'll get credit for the forced fumble, but thankfully for the Eagles, nothing happened. Unfortunately, that was more than enough to get Kenneth Gainwell in there. Take a seat, buddy. We don't need you doing that again. And now it's 2nd and 9, and they're going to miss this. All right. Same play, different player. 5. All right, we're doing this again. 10 or 11. Guess what? It's another fumble! And this time the Cowboys get it. Ay, what the heck? And, okay, now this time I have to roll, and if I guess this one correctly, it's returnable. Wait a minute. Where's the red? Okay, just so we're clear on who has this right now. Odds. Nope, so the Cowboys get it at the 44. But who cares? They do get the turnover after all. Just back-to-back fumbles. This time, Gainwell fumbles it, and this time it gets lost for good. What the heck? That one's being given to Micah Parsons since he's the high linebacker. And DeMarcus Lawrence makes the recovery. So there we go. Cowboys run defense steps up on that one and gets the fumble recovery. Yes, I know, the Cowboys run defense can actually do stuff, unlike in our timeline because they don't apparently. I'm not in charge of that sort of thing. I just, you know what it is. All right. So the Cowboys will have it at Eat Philadelphia's 44, and with that, I am fast forwarding through the highlights since everybody had one drive. So roll whatever footage comes out of this, and hopefully there's no more shenanigans like that. I mean, it is fun to watch, but not for whoever's playing this, and maybe not for me. Well, that was, Cowboys are off and running with that one, I would say, right? Pollard with a 17-yard run, and now a 17-yard catch. Funny how that works. Okay, first and goal to go from the 5. Cowboys can take advantage of this Eagles turnover, just like that. I'll leave it as is. Just 4 yards for Dalton Schultz. He will get down right to the 1. I think I ought to bring in Zeke Elliott for this one. He's kind of more of the power back here. Elliott is in, and it's second and goal to go. And the Eagles will see this coming. Just needs a yard. Can he get it? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. All right. So Elliott does get the yardage, but here's the problem. It's a fumble roll on top of it. If he rolls 8 through 12, it's a touchdown. 2 through 7, I engage in a fumble roll. All right. And it is a fumble! All right. Either somebody on the offense is going to get a random touchdown, or the Eagles will get this ball at the 20, depending on what happens. Nope, it's a touchdown! Or is it? Now, hold on. We all know about that. Well, wait a minute. No, it's a line buck. If it was an end run, I would do that. But since this is a line buck and it went up the middle, I'm calling it a touchdown. The only problem is I don't know who's getting credit for this because Zeke Elliott kind of fumbled and somebody else got it. All right, hold on. I don't know who to give this to.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, you know what? We're going to say, upon further review, I'm just going to give the touchdown to some random player. Unfortunately, Elliott does not get credit for that touchdown, but it still counts for the Cowboys, though, which I guess is the important thing. Does Maher's extra point count? Yeah, at least that works. So somebody gets an uncredited touchdown, basically, here. I don't know who, but they're going to get credit for a fumble recovery touchdown, which is kind of funny how that works out. I'm just curious who on the Eagles actually did force that fumble. It was Linville Joseph that forced it in the first place, but unfortunately the ball kind of squeaked past the line of scrimmage, and somebody on the Cowboys jumped on it. So, yeah, that goes down as an uncredited touchdown for somebody there, but who cares? It still counts as a score, and the Cowboys are still up 7-0. I'm just shenanigans. See? Look at that. We already got shenanigans breaking out in this game, and we didn't even have to... Oh, man. Yeah, all right. So, yeah. Eagles ended up turning the ball over on a fumble, and then the Cowboys fumbled their way to a touchdown, which is just... I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. That's just... All right, well, it's still 7-0 Cowboys with 7 minutes left, so whatever. Moving on. We're going to get that out of our brains, and hopefully we got a better game ahead of us. Maybe. All righty. We have a 4th down here. Jake Elliott can certainly make this field goal. 4th and 9, but you know what? This is me we're talking about, and I'm going for it. Screw it. 4th and 9. We are going for it here. Taking a shot for Devontae Smith. 12 on a short. 11 yards, and that will indeed get us the 1st down. That's the good news for Dallas. The bad news is there's an injury roll on top of it. Okay, that's not really good news, though, but, you know, it is what it is. By the way, there was another fumble from Miles Sanders that didn't get recovered, but good to know it's going to be one of those games for the Eagles. Ugh. Just hate to see it. What defense do you play? 4-3. So I rolled for the 5 guy. So their left tackle is going to be out 2 games. So I have no idea how to pronounce this, and I'm going to screw it up big time, so apologies in advance. O-D... Gihuza? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Oh my goodness. This is worse than the cities in Railroad Tycoon 2. If you know what I'm going for. But nevertheless, their left tackle is out for the remainder of the game and the next one on top of it. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, 2 games. Okay. We took care of that. All right. Eagles, meanwhile, have a 1st and 10 from the 26. Excellent. All right. Moving on. 1st and 10 from the 26. As I stated, 6 yards for Miles Sanders there as he gets pushed out. Okay. So there we go. We are in the red zone even now. As we approach a 2nd and 4, I'm going to give it to Sanders, and hopefully he doesn't screw up here. Really? Really? Guess what, everyone? It's a fumble again! And the Cowboys are going to get it again. Yep. That is a Cowboys ball. Whoa, sorry about that. I got so animated that apparently I spat into the mic. I think Sanders is done for the game. That is his 3rd fumble. We cannot have this. This time he actually loses it. Meanwhile, odds. No return. But my goodness, this is now the 3rd Eagles fumble of the game already, and we haven't even broken into the 2nd quarter, which is just pathetic, really, if we're being honest here. Now who got it? Let's see. DeMarcus Lawrence forced it, and it was picked up by Armstrong, who actually does recover one for once, so... Yeah, the Cowboys have already... we've already had 3 fumbles from the Eagles. No, excuse me, 4 fumbles from the Eagles, and 2 of them have been picked up. What are we doing here, yo? What are we doing? This is quickly turning into the game of 1 million fumbles. I mean, we already had a fumble get recovered for a touchdown, which has been the only score so far, and now this? Jeez. All right. Well, Cowboys get the ball back somehow after the Eagles made it to the red zone. All right. Still 7-0 Cowboys. All right, Cowboys have in fact taken advantage of the turnover. They are at the 17, and it's 1st and 10 here. Eagles, we're going to stick with we're going to think run. Oopsies, no. All right, 1st and 10 here. 8. And since it's guessed wrong, it gets to go to receiver, to CeeDee Lamb. And he will get 15, and he's down to the 2. He's 2 yards away from scoring. Well, the Cowboys are 2 yards away from scoring, I should say. As Lamb makes his 5th catch of the game, it'll be 1st and goal to go right from the 2. And we need Jake Ferguson and Zeke Elliott in here. Some wholesale changes up in here. Schultz will have to move over as Ferguson takes his spot. Zeke Elliott is in, and it's 1st and goal to go from the 2. Let's try this again, but this time don't fumble the ball, Zeke. Good grief. That's all I want. Well, good. He didn't fumble, and on top of that, touchdown. That's better. All right, Zeke Elliott, instead of fumbling for a TD, ends up actually scoring one. As Maher's extra point is good after the fact. And the Cowboys, once again, like the last time, take advantage of another turnover from the Eagles to score. And with 1:45 remaining in this quarter, it's now 2 TDs for the Cowboys. 14-0. Eagles, stop it. I don't know what's worse than that right now. Them fumbling the ball away constantly, or their secondary just doing nothing because Dak Prescott still has not had an incompletion. I mean, look at this. I know it's a bit early, but look at this. What are we doing here? Come on already, Eagles. Get your act together. You're acting as if you don't want this. Ugh. All right. We please not have any more fumbles. That's all I ask for here. 2nd and 7. They're going to miss this off-tackle run. Don't roll a 5 on Dallas's card. Okay, that's an 11. That's good. That's acceptable. And that's a 3-yard gain on top of that. Okay, we're good. Whew. So Gainwell runs for 3. I think it's pretty obvious Miles Sanders isn't done. Oof. Hate to see it. All right. 3rd down and 4. 4 on the flat. Uh-oh. Okay. 2 or a 12. That's probably nothing then. Oh, we had half of it, but it's an incomplete pass. He was looking for A.J. Brown, Hurts was, and found nothing. All right. 4th and 4. I mean, you know what? I'm doing it. Let's do it. Going for it. I would take the field goal, but the Eagles secondary has been trashed today. So, well, I got to see if I can get a touchdown here. 4th and 4. And that should do it. Yep. And this could be a touchdown even. It's a short gain. Is it a touchdown too? No, it's an 11-yard gain, but we'll take that happily. So it'll be 1st and goal to go right from the 5 as Goddard gets 11 yards. 1st down. Okay, so 1st and goal to go from the 5, and in will come in Jack Stoll on this one. Yes, okay, yep. Jack Stoll has to go here. Goddard has to be the blocking back. Alrighty, and it's 1st and goal to go from the 5. We'll try a Gainwell run. Why not? Okay, that was close. And guess what else it is? A short gain, which means touchdown. Wouldn't have mattered. How much would I have gotten anyways? Okay, Gainwell would have gotten 15, but he just needed 5 to score. We'll take that, and that worked the way I was hoping it would. Touchdown Eagles. They cut the lead in half. Yes, they did. They do. They cut that deficit in half as Jake Elliott makes the extra point. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game yet again as the Eagles march down the field, cap it off with a 5-yard run from Kenneth Gainwell, and suddenly we've got ourselves a game again. 14-7, Cowboys still lead, but at least it's not terrible. So that fourth down play ended up being worth it. Love to see that happen. So, anyways, Eagles have made this a game again, and we'll see if they can close the deficit or if Dallas can respond in any sort of way. So, 12.5 in the second. We're actually going to start off with a surprise that the Cowboys don't even see. All right, 1st and 10. 9 on a long. And they instead sack Hurts. Lame. Uh-oh, guess what? It just got worse. Where am I? 37. Hurts goes down for a 6-yard loss. The sack has been made by Quinton Bohanna, but guess what? It's a fumble! And the Cowboys get it! Oh, no! DeMarcus Lawrence plops on it. Even the quarterback is not safe here. You've got to be kidding me. Jalen Hurts gets sacked, and unfortunately it ends up being a strip sack of all things, too. That's what happens when I roll for an X on the sack roll there, unfortunately. So that turned out to be a disaster. So even when they're not handing it off to the backs, they still get a case of fumbleitis. So Bohanna gets the sack, a strip sack nonetheless, and the Cowboys get the ball as DeMarcus Lawrence plops on it. Oh, that just hurts. Oh, Cowboys get the ball at the 31. You've got to be kidding me. That was just painful. Okay. So Cowboys will get the ball in Eagles territory with 10:45 left. Unbelievable. All right, 1st and 10. We'll see this run coming. 9 on an off tackle. 5 yards. Pollard gets 5. All right, 2nd and 5 here. 9 on a flat. To the receiver to Pollard, there's a penalty rule too. Pollard has 17 if this goes through. Does it? It does! All right. Pollard gets a 17-yard completion there, and guess what? It's 1st and goal to go. Right from the 7. All right, 1st and goal to go from the 7. Where's Jake Ferguson at? There he is. Oh, goes that way. Ferguson has to be tight end. Schultz has to be there. 1st and 10 here. They're going to miss this. 1st and goal to go from the 7, excuse me. My bad. Uh-oh. Even worse, it's a short gain unless it were not the hold. And it will hold, so that means touchdown! Dak throws his first touchdown of the game, and it goes to Dalton Schultz for 7. So their lead is about to be expanded even further out here. However, to make matters worse, there's an injury rule for the Eagles. Again. So let me resolve the injury rule first. It's all 6s. 3 for 8. I believe whoever it is should be fine. That is the quarterback card. We don't need that. All right. Yeah, right end is going to be out just this game. So thankfully, it's nothing serious, but unfortunately, they will not have Josh Sweat for the rest of the game. The Eagles will. All right, so there is that. And now the extra point needs to be kicked from Brett Maher, which, what? Okay, opponent number 40. Kick is good. Hold on a minute. Now I need to see what this entails here for my own personal benefit here. Number 4. Okay, so the Eagles were offside, so we'll enforce that on the kickoff. So that is good. So unfortunately for the Eagles, the fumble ends up once again turning into points for the Cowboys. This time it's Dak Prescott throwing a TD pass to Dalton Schultz from 7 yards. Prescott already has 147 yards, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. Cowboys once again bring their lead back to 2 TDs, 21-7 in favor of the Cowboys here. We got 9.5 left to go in this first half. Eagles really need to step it up, or this could get uglier. No more fumbles. No more letting pass catchers run wild. Come on, guys. You gotta not do this, okay? It's just starting to look really bad. 4th and 3. I believe this is the Eagles' first punt. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but nevertheless, he got 47, so that's going to go for a gain of... Number 1 back is going to get... Uh-oh, this could be interesting. -3 yards, and it's a fumble! Uh-oh! And the Eagles get it, and they're returning it. Is this a touchdown? They need 13. Wait, no. No, they need 18, excuse me. My apologies. I'm rolling the interception chart. It is! Touchdown! The Eagles recover a fumble and then manage to take it back into the end zone for a touchdown. A special teams blunder from Dallas just netted the Eagles an unexpected touchdown. Are you kidding me? Oh no! Extra point from Jake Elliott is good. What just happened? Oh, no. Okay. Well, now it's the Eagles' turn to get TDs off of touchdowns. Oh, my scoreboard operator's having a moment. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, it was... Who's returning those touchdowns again? Kevontae Turpin tried to catch it, but then just completely muffed it. Or you know what? We'll say he caught it, and then someone on the Eagles, as he was returning it, just punched the ball out of his hands, and one of the Eagles special teams players just picked it up and ran 18 yards for the score. Wow. Now apparently it's Dallas having fumbleitis issues. And once again, this goes for a T. Only the Eagles get credit for it. And just like that, the deficit's been cut in half yet again. 21-14. Dallas still leads, but they could have done without that. Hey, alrighty. It's going to be one of those games where all insanity just breaks loose. Okay, I mean, it's good for content, but not good for my sanity. Somewhere along the lines of that. I don't know. All right, moving along. We got 8.5 left in this half. No more special teams blunders, please. Or fumbles or whatever. Tony Ferguson gets 14, and would you know it? Of course the Cowboys drove down the field. They're just unstoppable today offensively. 1st and 10. Tony Pollard, you're just destroying them. 7 on an off tackle, and it's only 2 yards for the Pollard this time. All right, 2nd and 8. You know what? I think the Eagles are going to say run because they're kind of concerned about Pollard. Oh, they guessed right. Oops. Let's see here. Good thing they did. It's a 1-yard loss. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown had they missed it. But the play never happened to begin with. False start against the Cowboys. 5 yards. So that play never even happened. Bummer. It was a loss of 1, too. But, that play just didn't happen. All right. 2nd and 14. No, excuse me. 13. Oh, dear. Okay. So it's a flat pass. This is a touchdown. Let's start with that. No, it's actually a 12-yard gain, but what's the penalty? Opponent number 2. Okay, this is going to be the most useless penalty ever. Yeah, so this is kind of funny how this works. So Ferguson catches the ball and gets 12 yards for the first. And then the Eagles must have gotten so irate that they committed a personal foul penalty on top of it. It only goes for a yard since it's half the distance to the goal, but it's still kind of frustrating nevertheless. So it'll now be 1st and goal to go from the 1 rather than the 2. And that's a fumble on my end, but that doesn't count. Oh, sorry about that. All right, 1st and goal to go from the 1. We're keeping Pollard in. Well, what's the penalty roll here? Nothing. So guess what? Touchdown! Tony Pollard from a yard out punches it in and completes the drive for his first rushing touchdown of the game. Zeke Elliott has the other one, in case you're wondering. Maher's extra point is good, and the Cowboys just keep extending that lead, or at least trying to the best they can here. Tony Pollard punches it in from a yard out, and with 3:15 remaining, the Cowboys get their 2 TD lead back yet again. 28-14. Dallas's offense is just rolling, and I mean rolling. They just cannot be stopped. The Eagles' defense is just getting obliterated. Dallas has been doing this all season long, I should point out, as I've been rolling really good for them. So this does not shock me at all. So we got 3:15 remaining. Eagles do get the ball back to start the second half, though. So there actually is a chance where they could score, get the ball back immediately, and score again. They also have all 3 timeouts, as does the Cowboys. So let's keep that in mind as I roll for this behind the scenes, and I'll rejoin you either at the 2-minute warning or if the Eagles get down there or something strange happens. Yeah, no more fumbles, please. That's been your problem, Eagles. Stop that. Yeah, you. I can't point. Yeah, you. Stop fumbling. All right, we've hit the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles have it at their own 28. They have all their timeouts. They get the ball back to start the second half, as I mentioned earlier. Dallas also has all their timeouts. So let's see what happens here. Just 2 yards for A.J. Brown to start us off here. And they're going to go hurry up, of course, so I will allow the clock to move slower, excuse me. All right, 2nd and 8. 8 on a flat. To the receiver, to Devontae Smith, who's going to get just 6. Dallas, by the way, is now going to take a timeout. That's their first. I think they sense they can get this ball back to some extent, so. All righty, 3rd and 2. We're going to give Brown another shot here. 4. No, you will not be getting the ball back, Dallas. Sorry. It's instead a 6-yard gain, it's a 1st down. Eagles will keep speeding this up a little bit. That goes to A.J. Brown for 6. Yep. Had a double check on that one. All right. 1st and 10 from the 42. Eagles still have all their timeouts, by the way. 6 on a short. And down goes Hurts. Okay, it's not another strip sack, but it's a 6-yard loss. We already had one of those earlier. Dallas is actually going to stop the clock because they're using a timeout. That's their second. They think they can get the ball back potentially. All right, and it's the backup left tackle now. Who am I throwing in here? I guess Jonathan Hankins technically is now the guy who gets the sack there. Since the guy who I would have rolled for is out with an injury. So there you go. 2nd and 16. Seven on a flat. That's a short gain. 17, and that is a first down. Okay, by a yard. Excellent. That worked well. And on top of that, whoever caught that went out of bounds. Oh, that was Devontae Smith. So Devontae Smith for 17. He gets the first. Joke's on Dallas there. Whatever. All right, 1st and 10. Four on a short. Incomplete. Nothing's there. Intended for Devontae Smith. 2nd down and 10. There's a minute left. 5 on a flat. We have an incompletion, but what's this penalty? The Cowboys lined up offside, so they'll get a free 5 yards off of that. Whoopsies. They're bad. All right. 2nd down. I'm actually going to attempt a long pass and see what happens here. 7. Uh-oh, this is probably a sack, knowing the Cowboys. Oh, would you look at that? Down goes Hurts yet again. And he loses 12. That is the most you can lose. Ouchies. So he's all the way down at the 46. And that sack will go to, I believe, yep, Hankins again. Remember, he's in there for Ogdi. I can't pronounce his name. I'm done. I'm done trying. Okay, sue me. Meanwhile, the Eagles took a timeout. All right, 3rd and oh boy, I don't want to know. How about 3rd and 21 or 22? Yeah, it's 3rd and 21. Why? Just why? 8 on a short. Oh, Hurts is going to run it. Hurts will only get a single yard, and the Cowboys are using their last timeout just because they want the ball back. Why not? That ends the Eagles' drive. It's 4th down. They have no more timeouts, but so be it. Nope. Pundits of goes for 44. All the way to the 9. Returned for a gain of... nothing. It's fair caught. All right, so the Cowboys have 30 seconds and no timeouts to do something. I don't know what it is they're going to do, but they're going to try something. I don't know. I might just have them take a knee and call it. Eagles do have 2 timeouts, though. All right. I think I know what I'm going to do. Hold on. Let me get Pollard. Let me get Schultz and Gallup and Brown. Okay. And Dak. You know what? Let's try at least one. All right. 1st and 10. This is probably going to be watch this be a sack. And a safety. That would be hilarious. All right. 1st and 10 here. 8 on a long. Or it could be that. 2 through 9. This is a huge problem. And guess what? It is. It's an interception picked off. Oh, you idiots. That doesn't go for any return, but Dak just, of course, threw an interception. Why I did that, I will never know. But alas, here the Eagles get a second chance here from their own 38. Dak throws an interception. It's picked off by Darius Slay. Oof. I don't know what the Cowboys were thinking here, thinking they can get cute, but alas, their effort goes for naught. Darius Slay makes the interception, and the Eagles have another shot at this somehow. From their own 38, they have 2 timeouts remaining. I probably should have ran the ball, but to be fair, I think the Eagles would have called timeouts. That was just not supposed to happen. All right. We're bringing in 4 wide. Let's just get that out of the way here. Goddard's up the middle. There we go. You know what? Oh, Goddard has to be a tight end. All right. Pascal sits there. All right. We're bringing in 4 wide receivers, so it's an empty set here. 1st and 10. I will at least take 1 deep shot here. Now it's the Eagles' turn to do the same thing. All right. 1st and 10 from the 38. 22 seconds remaining. Eagles have 2 timeouts. 5 on a long. No, incomplete. Hurts was looking for A.J. Brown. 2nd down here. Let's try. Well, Smith has to be tried now. Okay. 2nd down here. 7 on a long. Hurts is going to have to take off, but at least he'll go out of bounds when he runs this. He'll get nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. Oof. I think there's what? 8? Okay. 3rd down. I'm going to do this. That way I can at least push us closer in the field goal range here. 12 on a flat. Incomplete. I was looking for A.J. Brown and found nothing. I don't know if I can attempt a field goal here. Yes, but good luck. 2 through 6, 11 or 12. This is good. This actually is within Jake Elliott range. It's a 56-yarder. Okay, let's see if Elliott can make this from... No, 55, excuse me, but it's still pretty long. Jake Elliott from 55. Kick is up to end the half. And it's good. All right. Jake Elliott makes the 55-yarder, and that Dak interception now looks totally stupid. And that is the way the half ends there. 28-17. So the Eagles get a gift-free points that they, I guess, needed. But, you know, it is what it is. They are still down a lot here, so... Bit of a wild end to that first half. That was kind of ill-advised from Prescott there, but it is what it is, so... Speaking of Dak, he was doing good before that pick. 17-21, 194, touchdown, but now he's got the interception to kind of blemish his record. What else is new? The running game, it's been all Tony Pollard, 13 for 76 and a touchdown. Zeke Elliott has 6 carries, 11 yards, and a touchdown. He also fumbled a carry, which ended up going for a touchdown. It ends up as an uncredited touchdown because somebody in the offense got it, but sometimes that's just been how the game has been going for the Cowboys here. On the receiving front, CeeDee Lamb is 6 for 62. Tony Pollard is 4 for 51. Dalton Schultz has the touchdown, 322. Cowboys defense has been doing its job here. 3 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 4 of them recovered. 3 of them recovered. And then the offense got the touchdown off the Zeke fumble. So there's that. I should point out that Micah Parsons, their best pass rusher, got injured. He's out for this game and the next 3. So that's going to be a huge loss to note. All right, on the Eagles side, Jalen Hurts is only 12 for 20, 135 yards. He has 36 rushing yards and a fumble. That came on a strip sack. If you're wondering where Miles Sanders is, well, here's why. That should explain it right there. It's been all Kenneth Gainwell, 6 for 20. He scored a touchdown. He fumbled on his own fumble, but Sanders is probably done. He's fumbling a bit too much unless it gets out of reach here. Receiving-wise, not much doing. Devontae Smith, 4 for 50, 4 for 33 for A.J. Brown. And then we mentioned for the Eagles, they have 2 turnovers on their own. Darius Slay got the pick that set him up for that field goal. And then the Cowboys had a special teams blunder that the Eagles used to return it for a touchdown. So, yeah, it's been kind of a wild game. A lot of fumbling, a lot of dumb mistakes, a lot of just sloppy play, and that's how you end up with a 28-17 first half. Eagles will get the ball back to start the second half, so I don't even really have to do anything over here, except maybe remove Zach Pascal for a running back. But, yeah, you know what? We got to calm this down, okay? Eagles, they need to tighten up, and maybe they can get back into this game. So we'll see what they can do to start the second half. So with that being said, we'll see what happens. Well, the Cowboys are back. That didn't take too long. Some bad secondary play and a stupid random personal foul penalty just didn't help Beaver. So we're at a 1st and 10 from the 19. Hey, okay, Eagles, can you stop? We've been over this. 4. Pollard gets 2 on his first carry. Okay. Pollard's almost up to 100 yards. Okay. 2nd and 8. Eagles missed this too. It's an end run. That goes for absolutely nothing. All right, so somebody on the Eagles was at least paying attention, so that helps. 3rd and 8. 6. The flat pass goes for 7. So that's a yard short, unfortunately, but so that kind of leaves me with a decision, as that's Dalton Schultz for 7. And I think I should be going for it. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. 4th and 1. Why the heck not? Eagles are going to think they're going to throw it and miss the Tony Pollard run. Oopsies. 4th and 1. 8 on a line buck. Ooh. And they stop it! The Eagles stuff Tony Pollard. 4th and 1, no conversion. Woo! Okay. Philly needed that one in the worst way imaginable. Nice. Good job. You guys made it count when you did. Okay, so the Eagles stuffed Tony Pollard on a 4th and 1, and they get the ball back, albeit at their own 10, but who cares? At least they prevented Dallas from scoring any further. Oof, bad call from the Cowboys there. All right, onward with the Eagles getting this one. Let's see if they can do anything with this. We have a 4th down and 4. I'm going to do it. I'm going for it, y'all. We're going for it. 4th and 4. Why the heck not? Well, now hold on. You know what? I'm doing it. All right, 4th and 4. Why the heck not? We'll treat this like I'm playing Madden and fail horribly. Yeah, I'm failing horribly. Incomplete. That was a stupid decision. Prescott was looking for CeeDee Lamb and instead found air. Turnover on downs. I should have just punted the dang thing. I don't know why I do that. I go for it way too much. Yikes. All right. Well, unfortunately, the Eagles are going to get it with good field position. Cowboys, what are you doing? More like, what am I doing? I shouldn't have gone for that. I should have just punted it. Oh, well. All right. Eagles get the ball back at their own 46. Now it's their turn to have good field position. We got 6.5 remaining in this 3rd quarter. All right. Well, now we have ourselves a 4th and what appears to be 4. All right, Eagles do need points, so they're actually going to be smart and kick a 50-yard field goal. All right, here we go. Jake Elliott from 50. Can he make this? He will. It's good. Jake Elliott connects on a second long field goal of the day. This time it's from 50. A little bit easier than his last one. But the Eagles at least do what the Cowboys should have done. And they kick a field goal with 4:45 remaining in the third. And they bring the deficit down to one score yet again. 28-20. They're making this a game. So maybe they get a shot here. We'll see what happens. This is still anyone's game whatsoever. 2nd down and 5. They're actually going to go for a shot that the Eagles will completely miss. All right. 12 on a long. Oh, they missed it, all right. And CeeDee Lamb just breaks through for 32 yards. All the way down to, I believe, the 16. Yes, sir. Nice. Cowboys hit the big one to CeeDee Lamb for 32. Love to see that, but not if you're the Eagles. Lamb now has over 100 yards, and meanwhile, it's 1st and 10 as we enter the red zone. Ouch. 1st and 10 from the 16. Pollard's going the wrong way. A yard loss. Oof. All right, 2nd and 11. Yeah, they meant that they guard the run there. You know what? Wait. You know what? Redo that one. All right. I'm ordering a redo because they didn't really specify. So 1st and 10, we're going to pretend like that one didn't count. All right. Oopsies. My bad. Sometimes I lose it. 6. Pollard gets 2 this time on the play that should have happened. Yep. All right. So I'll give Pollard a 2. I think the clock stays the same, right? Yeah. All right. That's a bit of a malfunction on my end. My bad. So now it's actually a 2nd and 8. Nice try, game. Me. All right. We'll leave it on pass. 10. Uh-oh. 2 through 5 or a 12. Well, there's a 2 and a 5, but if you combine the 2, it's actually an incompletion. That was an interception roll. Again. Oh, Dak Prescott, I love you. Not really. Who am I kidding? I hate the Cowboys. Anyways, la 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 la. Nobody heard that. 3rd and 8. Listen, I'm probably preaching to the choir when I say that, okay? 3rd and 8. We'll try to keep the bias aside. All right. 7 yards for CeeDee Lamb, and he gets down. Ooh, he's a yard short, so now we're doing this again. So CeeDee Lamb catches it for 7. I guess we're doing this again. 4th and 1. I got to take the points. Screw it. Let's make this a 2-score game again. Taking the points. So Brett Maher from 24. This should be a chip shot. So unless he rolls a 12, we're good. That is not a 12, so it's good. There we go. Okay, so I was wise this time and decided to take the points. Probably for the best here. So Brett Maher connects on a short field goal, and the Cowboys do, in fact, go back up by 2 scores, 31-20. Sometimes you just got to take the points and run. Other times you can get clueless and go for it and then fall flat on your face, like I did with the Cowboys the last time. So there we go. I learned. Anyways, we got 1.5 remaining in the third, so the Eagles are now back down by 2 scores again. So let's see if they can respond to this. Plenty of time, but eventually this is going to start becoming an issue down the road. The not-so-distant road, I should say. 2nd and 13. Cowboys will just sit on the pass, I think, at this point, as I mentioned. Oh, God, here we go. Fumble roll. And it's probably going to happen, too. There is a potential penalty. Yep, it's a fumble! Again! Cowboys get it! Philly better hope this penalty actually is legit. No! It actually does count! Oh no! Now it's Kenneth Gainwell giving the ball away. Are you kidding me? It's a loss of one, and the fumble counts. That's his second lost fumble. He's now had more than Miles Sanders. Jeez. Dorrance Armstrong forces it, and it'll be picked up by... Oh, Parsons is out. So it'd either be Barr or Vander Esch. Let me see. We'll say Vander Esch gets the recovery there. So Armstrong forces his third fumble of the game, and Leighton Vander Esch ends up picking it up. Or plopping on it, I should say. So that was probably the worst case scenario for the Eagles. That's their fourth lost fumble of the game. And they picked a hell of a time to have that happen because look where Dallas is sitting. Yep, they are in the red zone, and they could probably really put a dent in this game if they pull this off. Oh boy, Eagles defense needs to stand strong here. Where's Pollard? If they want any shot at this. Otherwise, Dallas may end up going up by a lot. Maybe 2 TDs at bare minimum. Or worse. Okay, this is the last play of the third quarter, but nevertheless... Oh. Okay, 1st and 10. From the 14 of the Philly. Well, that's going to be complicated. Okay, so Pollard gets 2. So let me do that first. So Tony Pollard gets 2 yards. He's up over 100. He finally hits the century mark. That is also the end of the third quarter, and we now have an injury rule, this time on offense for the first time today. So somebody in the Cowboys offense is getting out of here. I rolled 10 twice. Huh. Probably if it's, let's see. So whoever's at the split end is going for 2, and that is going to be Noah Brown. Ouchies. So Noah Brown goes down for this game and the next 2. That's the first offensive injury we have had all day long. Michael Gallup will have to take his place from this point forward. We'll probably see some T.Y. Hilton maybe, but I don't know. Meanwhile, it is 2nd and 8 still, so there is that. Okay. 2nd and 8 as we now begin the fourth quarter here. We will try Gallup, ironically enough. Let's see if he's up for it. The Eagles will think pass, and they'll guess correctly. 7. Gallup is going to get 5 and get pushed out of bounds, so he is 3 yards short of the first. Okay. Dak has now hit 300 yards, too, in an unrelated note. Okay, we have a 3rd and just a measly 3. I'm going to give Schultz a shot here. Okay, 3rd and 3. 7. Uh-oh, I think that's a touchdown. It is. Touchdown. It would have gone for a short gain, and, well, it doesn't matter what the roll is. Schultz would have gotten 11, but he'll take the 7 and the TD. Why not? That's what you want. We want TDs, right? Exactly. So Dalton Schultz collects his 2nd touchdown of the day. And let's see. We're at 37-20. Do I want to go for 2 here and make this even more insane or not? You know what? Do it. Give me that 2-point conversion. All right, we are effectively going for 2 here. I decided why not. Okay, we just need 2 yards to pull this off. Let's see what we can do. I'll throw it to the other tight end here and see if they can get it. False start on my behalf. That doesn't count. We're getting a dice here. Yep, they got it. 2-point conversion is good. Would have gotten 5 yards, but we got the 2-pointer needed. So Dallas gets 2, and they are now up by 19 here. So it's a 7-yard completion to Dalton Schultz for the touchdown, and then Prescott throws one to Jake Ferguson for the 2-point conversion. It's a 19-point game with 14 and a half remaining, and the Eagles need some help big time. No more turnovers. They got to do something, but offense has just been one-sided at that and been too reliant on turnovers. So I don't like their chances, but they're going to have to do something here or else this game could be over. Finally, the Eagles woke up. About time they got a drive going here. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 16. They're in the red zone. Dallas has just been sitting on the pass the whole game time, and rightfully so. And we're going to lose a yard and have an injury on top of that. So, loss of 1 for Quez Watkins as they tried the old wide receiver screen. It failed, and oh my God, shocker. But who gets injured now? I rolled all ones. 8 for a while. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not the quarterback. Okay, and down goes Dallas Goedert for 2 games. Ouch. So unfortunately, the injury roll hit Goddard on that one. And he is going to be down for this game and the next 2. My goodness, the injury wheel has been really hitting the Eagles hard on this one after they've managed to dodge it all season long. I'm seeing 4 from them just on this game alone. Jack Stoll's going to have to come in as tight end for the rest of this time. Meanwhile, it's now 2nd and 11. Their Cowboys are not going to see this run coming. They're just sitting on the pass. They're just content and holding it down. Oh, God. Fumble roll. 10 or 11. And for the first time all game long, that doesn't do anything. Okay, thank God. I mean, Gainwell still loses a yard, but still, that could have been much worse. 3rd and 12 now. Ugh. And that is going to go for 6. So that one goes to Devontae Smith. I think we might have a decision in front of me. I don't know. Give me a minute here as I look for 4th and what appears to be 6, right? 4th and 6. Well, if I kick the field goal, I'm behind by 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to be precise. Yeah, let's kick the points. This isn't what I want to be doing, but I mean, I'm down by 3 scores no matter what, so we'll take the points. Field goal attempt from Jake Elliott. This is from 29. Shouldn't be terrible. Yeah, he's got it. Kick is good. 12 would have been the only thing that would have prevented that one, so Eagles will happily take the points on that one, and they do pull the deficit to within 2 scores after all. They need 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, granted, but at least it looks a little bit better. But their defense really needs a stop in the worst way imaginable. So 39-23 with 8:45 remaining in the game. Can the Eagles pull off some sort of comeback, or will the Cowboys get this key divisional win? Find out after the break. All right, folks, here's the scenario as we return. There's 2.5 minutes remaining. Eagles have all their timeouts and the 2-minute warning. That's the good news. Bad news, they got us 92 yards to score. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say. There is no running back in here, and I'm putting Zach Pascal in that slot. And, of course, the Cowboys are going to sit past the whole way, so here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 8. This is still dangerous territory, nevertheless. Incomplete. And they were looking for A.J. Brown to start us off, and that didn't work. 2nd down here. 10. 12 on a flat, no. And there's your 2-minute warning. You make things even worse. All right, 3rd down and 10. Eagles got to do something. 6, 13, and there's the first. It's Devontae Smith. They managed to get the 1st down. They're going to hurry up as fast as they can here. But they managed to keep the drive alive. Let me just get all these stats in. Okay, 1st and 10. 9 on a long, and Hurts is going to have to get flushed out of the pocket, and this is going to have to be his doing. Just 2 for him. Ugh, that's not what you want to see. They'll take a timeout to stop the clock. That's their 1st. All right, 2nd down. Yeah, they can't really do long passes that efficiently, so it's going to have to be short at this point, and hopefully they get lucky. That's not what I had in mind. Unless this is a 6 through 10, this is a problem and the end of the game. And that is a 5, and that is an interception, and that's going to do it. Turn off the lights, folks. That's going to do it here. Let's see what Dallas gets on this return here. Might actually be a touchdown even. Nope, 10 yards for Dallas as they get up to the 27. So now it's Hurts' turn to throw a pick. And instead of A.J. Brown, who he was aiming for on that one, he instead finds the defensive right corner, which is going to be Travion Diggs. Man's an interception magnet, and sure enough, he finally gets one in this game. That is, of course, going to do it. I don't think there's any way that Philly can pull this off. You know what? Let's just roll through this and see what happens. Oh, boy. We should have some fun here since it's a rivalry game, though. All right. Dallas is taking the field. 1st and 10 here. We're going to have some fun here since this is a rivalry game after all. So 1st and 10 from the 23. This will eventually net us our final score. 2 yards for Tony Pollard. And they're just going to slowly let the clock run through. And the Eagles are going to take their 1st time out. That is Zeke Elliott. 2nd down here. An 8. 6. 2 more and another timeout for the Eagles. That's their last one. 3rd and 8. You know what? I'm going to do it just for the heck of it. In typical Cowboys, Eagles fashion. Actually, I don't really need to do that far. Okay, there you go. 8 on a short. Down goes Dak Prescott. That's funny. Oh, geez. That's wonderful. So it's in a loss of 9 on the play. The sack was recorded by not Josh Sweat. He's out. So it's going to be Brandon Graham. But guess what else just happened? It's a fumble! And the Eagles get it! What the hell? The Cowboys got a little bit too arrogant for their own good, and karma came back and hit them in the butt. The Eagles get the ball at the freaking oh man, they get it at the 28. We're gonna say that Hassan Reddick got credit for the fumble recovery as Graham gets a strip sack of Dak Prescott. That serves you right for trying to hot dog on them. Jeez. Okay, never mind. That was a bad reference. But yeah, okay, we're done. Anyways. But yeah, that's what you get for trying to teabag them. There, yeah, that's what the Cowboys were doing. They were trying to teabag the Eagles, and they got. Sucks to be you. All right, 1st and 10 after that. That now all of a sudden we've got something here. Of course, Eagles have no timeout, so if they don't get this, the game is pretty much over. 7 right from the jump. Oh yeah, down goes Hurts. It's not a strip sack again, but that's a 7-yard loss. They cannot stop the clock, unfortunately. That was Quentin Bohanna getting in there for that sack. That's his 2nd of the day. 4th overall, and we're off to 2nd and 17 as they try to hurry us up. 8 on a short. Oh, Hurts is going to have to run this. This is not ideal. Not ideal, my man. How about 8? That was not supposed to happen. Okay. I have no choice but to chuck it long. 3rd down. We need some help in big time here. There we go! Long gain! Come on! No! Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's not what I was looking for. I mean, it's a 41-yard gain to A.J. Brown, but that's not what I was looking for. Down to the 30. I'm going to mandate they spike the ball to at least stop the clock, so there's that. But yeah, 41 yards to A.J. Brown. He is up over 100. I don't think it matters, really. I'll allow the same play since they spiked it. 2nd down. Oh, dear. And this is not going to end it, as Hurts is going to go out of bounds, but this is not. Oh, God, is this a fumble? Yep. So Hurts, I'm going to say fumbles it out of bounds. Nobody gets a shot at a return, but Hurts did fumble the football. So, yeah, that is going to go down as a fumble out of bounds, I'm afraid. We're going to say anybody who I want. We're going to say the middle linebacker, Van Der Esch, knocked it out, but it again goes out of bounds. So that doesn't really count. It's a 3-yard loss nonetheless. This game is pretty much over at this point now. Another must run. This is going to go out of bounds too. Don't roll another pair of snake eyes, buddy. And this time Hurts is going for 4 as he's just getting... as his offensive line is basically checked out. That's good to know. All right, this is going to bring up 3rd down. This game's pretty much over now. Let's see what happens. And, oh, God, come on, guys. We stop this. It's a yard this time. And this is actually now 4th down. Hurts goes out of bounds. Can the Eagles at least score once? Please. Please. Make this deficit a little bit better. 2 to receiver. It's going to Devontae Smith. And... no, incomplete. Game over. It's a turnover on downs anyway, so doesn't matter. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. What a kind of a disappointing ending there. Kind of hilarious, but not so much if you're the Eagles. Cowboys pick up yet another win and a key divisional matchup. 39-23. Dallas beats Philly. Oof. All right, well, that was fun. And all sorts of chaos to the end there, too. But, hey, it is what it is. So, yeah, Dak Prescott ended up going 28 of 37, 317, threw 2 touchdowns, threw a pick, because why not? Zeke Elliott, the running game was mostly Tony Pollard, 24 for 107 in the TD. Ezekiel Elliott didn't do very much, but he ran for a TD and then fumbled for a TD. And by that, I mean someone on his offense recovered a fumble inside the end zone, but it still counts. But, oh well, he doesn't get credit for 2 TDs. Oh well. Excuse me. Want to know who does? Dalton Schultz. 536 and 2 TDs. CeeDee Lamb had 9 for 116. And look at Dallas's defense go. They were just forcing fumbles. I count 7 if I'm looking at this correctly, and 5 turnovers overall. No, excuse me, 4. This one doesn't really count. That was that offensive TD I was talking about. Yeah, 5 turnovers, and that's how you lose 39-23, unfortunately. It was just a very messy game. 4 sacks, too. Just absolutely terrible. A lot of big injuries, too, including the Micah Parsons, which is going to be the big one for a little while. On the Eagles side, Jalen Hurts was 25 for 42 for 247 and a pick. No touchdowns, just a bad game. Nothing doing on the running game. Look at this mess. Except for Kenneth Gainwell running in for a TD. But look at this mess. What the hell are we doing? 7 fumbles, 4 of them the Cowboys got. That's just irresponsible. Come on. You guys should have done a lot better than that. That's just hard to look at. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown had good receiving games. Otherwise, nobody else really did anything. And the Eagles' defense had 3 turnovers of their own, one of which was a special teams touchdown. The other was a pick and a fumble recovery. But this was just an all-out messy game, so yikes. Yikes, and more yikes. So the Cowboys are now, if my memory serves me correctly, now they're 7-1. In the intro, I screwed up and said they were. They are now. The Eagles, meanwhile, fall to 4-4. That means there's a 3-game cushion for the Cowboys in the NFC East. And we're just about at the halfway marker of the season, or we will be after next week. So, yeah, that's not good if you're the Eagles. Yes, if you're the Cowboys, who I don't think... No, they're the number 2 seed in the NFC. San Fran is still undefeated as of this recording. That might change, but as of right now, the Cowboys are currently the 2 seed. So we'll see if that can hold, or if they maybe jump the number 1, or if they blow this 3-game lead. That would be hilarious if they did that. So anyways, that's going to do it from me. 39-23, Cowboys beat the Eagles in this Week 9 showdown in the NFC East. Just all sorts of manic chaos or what have you. So thank y'all so much for watching. You know what buttons to hit, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, man. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go get a drink. That was just insanity. Too much insanity. Peace out, y'all.